Merry Christmas, everyone! I love the holidays. Christmas, New Year's, Tax Day, they're all so fun and each one has its own charming, unique way of putting me in debt. But what makes each holiday special isn't the day itself, it's the traditions. Easter egg hunts, Thanksgiving turkey, Halloween candy, none of these days would be the same without their associated traditions. But sometimes I can't help but wonder.
Why?
It is pretty strange if you think about it, how all of humanity just agreed to put pine trees in their home once a year, worship a jolly red man, decorate with colored lights. Oh, and don't forget the pickle ornament. You can't forget the pickle ornament. There's such a weird assortment of things we all do for pretty abstract reasons. They say the Christmas tree represents Jesus and the light he brings to the world. There's a tree in my house. The fact is, we still do some nonsense things just because someone decided 2 years ago, and I guess we all just went,
trick or treat!
Sure, but hey, traditions are fun. Why we watch Big Ball Drop on the 31st, I don't know, but it gives us something to look forward to every year. So I say, why limit our traditions to just the things that were decided for us centuries ago? It can be fun to do the same things each year, whether it's for a holiday or just something random you tried and liked. I think it's weirdly exciting to be like, okay, every August I'm gonna do this thing. And then by the time July rolls around, you start to get hyped. Like, oh yes, only 4 weeks until I do thing. It's something to look forward to. Even things as simple as watching a movie you like at a certain time of year or playing a certain game on a certain day. It might seem weird to structure an activity like this, but I think everyone has that one thing they like to watch, play, or listen to every winter. And while it might feel counterintuitive to limit yourself to only enjoying these things at a certain time of year, saving them up to bust out at just the right time can make them feel a lot more special. I mean, if you listen to the same song all year round, you're bound to get tired of it anyway.
Personally, I've done this kind of stuff for years. I like to call them my personal traditions. Stuff that no one else is involved with, nobody has to know about, but I know that every August I'm gonna watch the YouTube I Can't Even Geek Week special, because that's an important part of that month to me.
I just find myself reflecting on where I was at this point last year all the time. And when there's something I like about last year, I try to recreate it. There's obscure shows I watch every summer, YouTube videos that got me in the back-to-school mood, things that made me feel the comfort and nostalgia of going back to a simpler time.
So you know what? Why can't everything be like that? Why can't everything be a tradition? Why not do the same things every year? I can eat this chocolate every December. I can light these candles every Christmas. I can wear this t-shirt I wore in middle school. I bought this last December, now I can buy it again. I liked this milk in November. What if I burn the ham like last year? I need help.
Thanks for meeting with me. Can't believe I found a therapist that works on Christmas.
Oh yeah, I only work on holidays.
Even tax day?
Yeah, even tax day.
Well look, I got a problem. Have you heard of traditions?
Oh yeah, I love traditions. I'm legally prohibited from entering the state of New Mexico.
That's extradition.
No, it's ongoing.
Well, look, I just need someone to stop me from sticking to all these ridiculous traditions that I made up for myself.
Stop traditions? Like tax day?
Just let me explain.
I've never been the most adventurous person. If I like something, I tend to stick to what I know. Why get the tacos when you know the burrito is good? You know, that kind of thing. And I think that's a big reason why I like traditions. I'm just comfortable with the things that I know. Like the Crunchwrap Supreme for $2.99. On top of that, I'm a very reflective person. Every time the seasons change or the calendar flips to next month, I'm always thinking about what I did this time last year. I guess I like to reminisce. But when I think about last year and remember all the good things, I always want to go back. It doesn't even matter if it was a good time in my life or bad. If I think of something that gave me a brief moment of solace or joy, I get nostalgic. Like, man, I know it was a global pandemic, but remember Animal Crossing? Whether it was the best time in my life or distracting me from the worst time in my life, I want to feel that way again. So I do it again, and again and again and again. And I can't stop. There was something so special when I did this last year, so why can't this year be the same? Why can't it feel like it did the first time?
Well, as my first client, you feel great.
I'm your first client? He's still learning. Who are you? Bert Bernstein, therapy teacher. You're teaching him therapy.
Well, I'm really a mechanic, but I thought therapy would be a fun side gig. I love when people have more problems than me.
Well, Do you know how to fix me yet?
Ask the therapist.
Can you fix me yet?
No.
It's funny how I can put so much stock in a calendar, a 12-month year, when that's kind of just a made-up human thing. But at this point in my life, every month, practically every day is associated with things I did on that day years ago. And it's only become easier and easier to compare who you are now to who you were back then. With things like Facebook and Snapchat memories, exactly what you were doing this time last year is shoved right back in your face, all the time. And it's hard to escape that. These online memories and even social media in general is always there to remind you of the past. But I won't pretend social media is the reason I'm like this. I like the comfort of familiar things, and whenever I get one of those notifications or just think about where I was a year ago, I often want to go back. It's not like the things I was doing were special, watching a movie, seeing a friend, working a part-time job that wasn't even that interesting, but every summer I'm nostalgic for the last one. Every winter I miss where I used to be, even if back then I was missing the year before. It's really a struggle to enjoy the moment you're living in when you can't be sure it will be better than the last one. Your last year of school might be better than this one. Your last passion project could be better than the next. Your last Christmas might have been more fun than this one. I know it doesn't have to be a competition. Just because I had fun last year doesn't mean I can't have fun now. But the fact is that this year will never be the same as any year before it. And I don't want that to be true. I want to be just as happy as I was last year. So I will do the exact same things year after year. And suddenly I've watched Elf 8 years in a row and it's not even fun anymore. It's just a chore I feel like I have to finish in order to feel like my holiday season is complete. But I still can't let it go. I still keep chasing those feelings I used to have. Acting like if I do all the same things I did back then it might be like that moment never ended.
It sounds like you need to stop chasing moments you already had.
Hey, he's supposed to be the therapist here. But he's not even a real therapist.
And I'm not a real teacher.
What?
Well, when you work at a burger/therapy place, you tend to pick up a few things. And what can I get you?
Yeah, I'll have a plain donut.
You mean a bagel?
Olive oil, extra virgin. Guys, we're not here to eat. We're here to fix my life forever. It's not that hard.
Well, it seems like you shouldn't keep doing these traditions if they're not even fun anymore.
Yeah.
No, you guys just don't get it. These are traditions. They're special. They make people's lives better, not worse. Why do you think people pay taxes every year? Because it's fun. Now I'm gonna go home and do the same things as last year, and I'm gonna like it.
Traditions mean a lot to me, not just in the traditional sense with holidays and all, but those traditions I create for myself. Those things I can do to escape to a simpler time, at least for a little while. It's a way of connecting with who I used to be and finding a bit of comfort in the things that will always be there and can always stay the same. But the truth is that things aren't the same. Every year I feel like a different person. And the things that made me happy then aren't always gonna make me happy now, especially when I'm just treating it like something I have to do. In reality, every one of these traditions started when I decided to do something new, and I liked it. I wasn't thinking about the past, I just appreciated what I was doing in that moment. And that's what I need to do now, to try and enjoy this year for everything that it is, not everything it used to be. You'll never be able to recreate the moments you appreciated years ago, so instead, appreciate what brings you a little comfort today. The new videos, the stupid hobbies, the people in your life that make it a little bit better right now, that's what can make this year great. That's what you'll look back on and remember, not your 17th time playing Mario and Rabbids. You can spend your entire life trying to experience something for the first time again, but the only way to feel like you did the first time is to have a first time again. To do something new.
Hey, you came back.
Yeah. You guys were right. Traditions can be great, but not when you're just constantly chasing the past. I think I need to have some new experiences.
What new thing did you want to try?
You guys want to put out a fire?
I brought extinguishers!
Hey, wait, guys. I think it's out.
Wow. Thank you guys. This has been a lot of fun.
Great to spend the holidays with friends and stop the city from burning down.
Yippee! This has been the best Christmas that a therapist in training could ask for.
Actually, about that.
My therapy license!
You earned it, kid.
Golly gee, this really has been the best Christmas yet. Same time next year?
No.